Hello everyone, to lesson 4, and I think some of you are just bored by now. Let me just give you a little bit of encouragement. Every 2 minutes, we're going to listen to a song somewhere that's going to be relevant to the words you're learning, so you could just keep it in your mind. Best way actually to learn a language is to listen to the music. Most recent cultural words are really going to be helpful for you to develop your language skills and earn vocabulary. Actually, I learned my language mostly because of music. So thanks, dear music. Thanks, dear songwriters. And there you go. You can be doing something similar uh, to develop your language. We're getting here as a practice for the grammar work we done last time with verb ing. Write the ing form of these words following the examples. Add ing like go, going. And then there's doubling the last letter and adding ing like cut, cutting. And then there's taking off e and add ing like come and coming. Well, how do you know what to do exactly? I'm gonna get into some of the critical parts, but we'll start working it very bluntly and a bit stupidly, which is really okay. Just to take it out very simply, you don't have to just worry about it, and just because it's English, duh. Okay, now let's go with the first one. It's go, going, so be, being. Just add ing, and then there is doing. You know what? I'm just not gonna enumerate everything. I'm just gonna write it in lists for you because it's gonna take up your time. Seeing, then there is happening. Just follow on with me quickly. And then there is visiting and buying, copying, right? So we're just adding ing. Note that there's much difficulty here, but let's get to focus on this part, the second one that's coming. um, there is cutting, there is begin, beginning, we're doubling the n, and then there is getting, there is putting, there is running. We're not going to spell it, by the way, the same. I'm just stressing it out so you can just notice how it works. There is swimming, and then alright, I'm just playing with it now. And then let's go with hitting, and then there is stopping. What you really need to know here is there are certain letters that you really need to consider. For example, the word put. It's got the vocal letter here, like and then there is get. There is a sounding letter here, as you can hear as I'm saying, get et, okay, and then there is begin, beget et, okay, running, run, and then there is swimming, okay, it doesn't apply here. There is hitting, and then there is stopping. Now, somebody can say, well, there is buying too. What do you mean? Well, no, that's not what I'm trying to tell you here, that there should be a sound. No, but actually there are so many rules about phonics in English, which apply pretty much to all of usages of verbs in multiple tenses or with multiple additions to changing parts of speech or forms. So we can consider saying, I'm not so sure this is part of your curriculum, but let me just put it out for you. First of all, getting is just one syllable. It's one thing you need to know. Two, you need to know that get is just the letter before the last one is a vocal letter, because there is E and then there is T. For example, if you notice with put, it's U, then T. See, this one is a consonant. The T is consonant. The U and E are non-consonant letters. You can say vocal letters. Um, and with running, that's the same. U plus N, and then there is with hitting, it's E plus T. So what I'm trying to tell you here, if there is a consonant at the end, so it's one syllable, and it has a consonant, oops, a vocal letter plus a consonant at the end, then yeah, that's when you do the doubling, okay, of the last letter, which is a consonant. Now I want you to look at these, for example, like do, okay? Do does end with a vocal letter, but it does not end with consonant. So no, it doesn't apply here. Being also ends with a vocal, it doesn't end with a consonant. Seeing has double vocals, double E. Then happening, well, yeah, it does. But there's a rule here that I'm gonna just add it out for you. Happen is not one syllable, as you can see there. It's two syllables. It's actually happen, okay? So that's why where it doesn't just apply to the same rule. Now visiting, visit. That's I think so. So it just doesn't apply. I'm not so sure about visiting. You need to check it out with dictionary. We'll do so later on. Buying, say, is just one syllable, but it doesn't end with a consonant. Just trying to give you a simple rule to follow. Copying, it ends with a vocal letter, so it just doesn't work. Now, with beginning, as you can see here, someone can say begin, and then there is visiting. Well, begin is one syllable. Let me check it out for you here. Cambridge. Yeah, probably I'm a lousy teacher today. I didn't really prepare much. Really sorry. Uh, whatever. Presuming you're really great people here. We're just gonna condone that, and yeah, I think I'm so right. So we're talking about beginning and visiting, two words that we need to focus on. Why did we double the N and why did we not double the T? So, hello, Mr. Internet, can you just work faster, please, for my sake? Come on, for the people, we don't want to take too much time. We've already taken 7 minutes. Okay, while this one gets on, I don't know what's the problem. Just gonna refresh again. Oh, okay, see, begin. Well, you can see here it's a verb, and look at the pronunciation. It's actually two parts, two syllables. And there is a stressed syllable and non-stressed syllable, which means you see this one, this little thingy. It just tells you where the stress is. So the stress comes here at the second one, I guess. Yeah. Now, but for visiting, see visit. The stress comes at the first one, not the second one. So that's why it doesn't apply. The third one, okay, so the third rule for doubling the last letter is to have the second part stressed. What do we mean by that? Oops, what's happening? Oops. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how this works. Now, when we spell begin, I'm gonna want you to just hear me out really with too much concentration as possible. I'm not saying begin, okay? No, this way, if I say begin, I am actually focusing more on the first part, which is B, okay? The first E. I'm not focusing on the I. But actually when you spell it just or pronounce it normally, you say begin. So you're actually focusing on the E, in, okay? But when I say visit, I say visit, okay? I'm not saying visit, okay? So there's too much difference between saying visit or you say visit. You don't say visit, you know? You just say visit, okay? So zit is just getting so slowly motion, slow motion. It's more of visit. Let me try to put this pronunciation for you.
Visit.
Visit.
Okay, so in both cases there is a stress on the visit. Again, try to hear out.
Visit, 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 visit.
Say visit it. There is no much stress on the I. There's more stress on the first I.
Visit, 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 visit.
Say visit. She's stressing the first part too. But for begin, let me try to put it out the spellings. The second part.
Begin, 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 begin.
Begin, begin,
See, begin. With British pronunciation, it's always clearer actually.
begin, 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 begin.
Okay, so it's also the stress here. The stress, sorry, here is on the second part. So again, if you want to get to a point where we want to know which part to double, so we need 3 conditions in order to double the last letter. The first one, that the word is only 1 syllable and it has a vocal letter, or it can have 2 syllables, but in this case, if it's 2 syllables, the second part is the one that's stressed, like the word begin. Okay, so that's the difference. I know it took too long time, but we just need to follow on with the third one. The last one is taking an E and adding ing. Okay, this one doesn't really have any rule. Just take off the E wherever it comes or wherever it goes. There's an exception here with only C because it's double E. It's not only one E. So that's the only exception. Otherwise, just don't think of any other exceptions. Just move on with it. Okay, just trying to separate it out here for you. And let's just work on the last one. Arrange. And then there is give. I'm just gonna oh, I don't know what I did here. Oh, I'm sorry. Giving, and then there is having, there is living, using, making, liking. Okay, so have a good day. Thank you for following up and focusing with me.